All right.
You got the Bushwood shirt.
Bushwood, you like that?
What's
amazing.
up?
Like that.
Bushwood?
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you. How you doing, man?
I'm
Good to see
amazing,
you.
brother. How are you, partner?
I'm good.
You look great,
I
dog.
feel good. I feel good. Life
Looking
is good.
lean, bro.
Life is good,
Like
man.
them boots, too.
Thank you very much.
Of all the wonderful moments that you've experienced athletically, South Carolina Gamecocks, which moment is most special to you?
And why is it Brandon Bennett and Taney Hill against Tennessee?
That was a great one. The Alabama game was great. Steve Garcia, the Alabama game was great. But probably the best sports moment I've ever had was I got to be a part of the Ryder Cup team in Hazeltine. And I got to be in there in the ropes and, driving around and handing out sandwiches and driving guys around and being a part of it. And with that famous match with Patrick Reed and Rory, Patrick was my guy. I was his handler that day. And to be a part of that was special.
Yeah, the 92 Tennessee-South Carolina game, I was on the video crew at Tennessee, and we were strapped to the top of the scoreboard in the old end zone.
Oh, yeah.
And that game ended right below us. And all we could think was, now we got to drive back to Knoxville. We just lost. that was the day they shot the program.
That was great. Yeah, that was in the club days too, man. I remember that game vividly. That was one of those, we could do something, but we never do kind of games. We win that one, and then I think we lost the next week. But that's made a Gamecock.
So my daughter is a sophomore at South Carolina.
You have some smart people in your family. It's
There you go. But the greatest moment of her sophomore year was when College Game Day was in town and you sang Wagon Wheel for that crowd. She still talks about a spiritual experience. And all I can think about was when I saw you at Al's Pump House.
Sure, wow.
The library.
So
wow.
What's it
I went
like,
to the library to see you boys.
Yeah.
Al's Pump House in the library.
Yeah. But what's it like for you, though, at your alma mater to have a moment like that? Hold my hand is what they play, during timeouts at the stadium. What's it like for you at Willie B? I mean,
that was a great moment. That was a great moment. I mean, she's right. That was a spirit. I mean, the crowd was so electric and playing that song and everybody singing at the top of their lungs. Even Nick Saban was over there singing. It was pretty incredible. But I'm such a Gamecock supporter. Everything I have because I ended up at the University of South Carolina. I would have never met those guys. I would have never had the life that I live. And to get to be a part of the university that way and to get to go to the games the way I do and to be a big booster, I mean, it's incredible.
What was the biggest challenge that you felt changing formats?
Oh, goodness, just getting people to take me seriously. That's always the thing, and it's always tough when you come in from pop because everybody thinks, like the word carpetbagger comes up. Everybody thinks you're just coming in trying to make a buck and trying to do something, and nobody thinks you're really here to stick around or make country music in the long run. And that was the toughest thing for me, getting people to believe that. But, for my first couple of records and becoming a member of the Grand Ole Opry and stuff like that, you could tell everybody was believing it and it was going the right way.
What does it feel like when you get inducted into the Opry?
Oh, man, that's one of those things I never thought I would experience. I've been listening to Opry my whole life. And that day when Brad Paisley asked me if I wanted to be a member of the Grand Ole, that's truly one of the best days of my career.
Other question is, would you like to be the newest member of the Grand Ole Opry?
Oh, you're kidding me. No, you're kidding me. Tonight? Really?
It was just something not expected. It was something I was working for, and I would play the Opry as much as I can, every chance I got. Even if somebody canceled and they called me, I'm showing up to play. And but it was great to know that the Mother Church was saying that I was part of the world, part of the country music family. That meant the world to me.
We talked about this when we were here a year ago, about how the literal face of country music has changed so much, really in the last 5 years. What's that experience been like for you? Because when you crossed over, people couldn't go more than 30 seconds when I bring up Charlie Pride.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And now, the people that we see on this stage are a lot different than they were 5 years ago, 10 years ago. What's it like for you to experience what this business is becoming now?
I love it. I love watching, what Shabuzi's doing and what, Mickey's doing and all these great artists, Kane Brown, all these great artists who are getting a chance. And, somebody said to me a few months ago, we were talking about that, and they, but to know that I'm a part of that, to know that, we don't know if all these guys get a chance if my first record doesn't do what it does, and actually prove that African Americans could be in country music, because that was what I heard. I mean, I was told that to my face by record label people.
They said that?
Well, to my face. My audience, I don't think my audience is ready for a black country singer. Oh, not just one, like several. It was amazing.
How do you react to something like that?
So I said the same thing to all of them. Okay, play the song. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Play the song. And I will say all 4 of those guys that said that to me, they all played the song, and they were big supporters and played the song. And when it was a hit, they played it even more. But that was the consensus. That's what I thought. That was consensus in that country music wasn't ready for a black country singer.
But it's not like you didn't have a resume.
I think that hurt. That helped me and it hurt me. It hurt me because, the carpetbagger thing come from pop, but I think I got into a lot of radio stations that wouldn't have even let me come in the door. But it was the Hootie thing that got me in the door.
The Hootie thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Hootie thing, I went back and watched Jerry Maguire.
Oh,
Have you ever
goodness.
talked to Cuba Gooding Jr.?
Yeah.
Thing?
Yeah. When we met, I did that. Hey, man, are you Hootie? I did that. We both laughed. We had a good chuckle about it. We had a good beer. But yeah, I'll never forget that day, because that was before the internet. This big movie comes up with Tom Cruise, and we're getting phone calls on our home landlines. You got to go see this Jerry Maguire thing. And then you see it, you go, well, we made it, boys.
Well, Scotty McCreery is going to be here later.
Awesome.
Tell me about this song and this. I mean, how did this happen?
Frank Rogers produces Scotty, and he produced most of my records too. Frank's family to me. We're really close, and they were writing the song. And Frank's funny. He was like, when I had the idea, I said, I don't know if I can get him to do it, but if we do it, it's going to be huge. And he calls me up and asked me if I was interested. And I love Scotty. I've been friends with Scotty for a long time. I love him. And I was like, sure, if the other guys want to do it, we'll do it. And we actually went, it's amazing because he made it sound exactly like the record, and we actually went back and sang it again. But it's a hit, man. It's going to be a big old hit for Scotty, and I'm happy for him.
I know that going to the Opry was probably that pinch me moment, but what has someone said to you that's been entrenched in the industry that gave you a feeling of true validation?
Oh, it was the night, not the night that they asked me, but the night that I got inducted to the Grand Ole Opry. And I'll never forget this moment. The night I got inducted to the Grand Ole Opry, and so the show ends and everything, and we're going to have a party in the back. And all my friends are there, like Dan Marino, everybody's there. And little Jimmy Dickens comes up behind me, and he grabs me, and he turns me around, and he shakes my hand, and he looks me in the eye, and he said, "Don't you ever let them tell you don't belong." And that was huge.
That's a goat too, man.
I don't know Jimmy, man. That was awesome night. Yeah, that felt great.
And you start texting those radio executives. Hey,
Exactly. Yeah, little Jimmy says I belong.